Hey guys, welcome back to PerkyTomato, and today I am going to show you guys how to make this DIY, super easy, super simple journal that you can use for...
Aesthetic fail!
As I was saying, you can use this journal for anything, like bullet journaling, and yeah, let's just get into the tutorial because it's super easy, fun, and beautiful. Yes, let's go. So, there are only 4 mandatory items you need to make this, and later we can dress it up. Those objects are dock grid paper, which I'll show you how to make later, some type of thickish paper like cardstock or whatever. I'm using this brown papery stuff. Make sure it's either the same size as your dock grid paper, which is really just computer paper, or bigger. You need a stapler with staples in it, and something sharp and pointy. You can use a push pin, a nail, or an awl. I'll be using an awl since it's more heavy duty, and if you want to use one, make sure you have something under it, and you have permission. Some optional items that you will probably want are a elastic, hot glue gun, X-Acto knife, scissors, a ruler, and whatever you want to customize it, like paint and markers, etc. I mean, you could use paint markers, but you know, either or. Yo, dude, can you believe this is the same voice as this one? First thing, we are going to be making this double-sided dock grid paper out of regular computer paper. Online, we're going to gridsly.com, and once you get there, you will see this screen with all these different options of what your grid could look like. I'm going to be choosing dot grid, and then you can see how close together you want your grid to be. We are going to change ours to 5 mm. Then right here you can change the opacity of your dots, and we want it to be the darkest. And then we're going to press print and follow my exact print settings. Check whatever printer you're going to be printing off of. Don't mess with the pages, and then put how many copies you want. I'm going to be making 30. Don't mess with the layout, and make sure the color is black and white. Go ahead and click more settings, and then go to margins and make sure it's checked as none. No margins. This will help us extremely. Don't mess with the quality or anything else, and then go ahead and just press print. Now we need the unprinted side of all our pages to also have a grid. To do this, we are going to place all our pages we just made back into the printer paper load, making sure that the printed side of all our sheets are facing upwards. This is important because this will ensure we are going to get print on the other side and not the same side of the pages that already has print. Once you've loaded your printer, print off the same amount of copies you did the first time, with all the same settings as before. And ta-da! Now we have double-sided dock grid paper. Next step, just go ahead and fold all our sheets in half. Try to fold it as neatly as possible. You can fold more than one at a time, but I would say only fold 3 at a time, at max. This may seem like it takes super long, but it only took me 7 minutes. 7 minutes out of your quarantine? You got this. Now we're going to stack each page on top of the other one with all their folds in the middle. Try to watch what I'm doing to get a better idea. I'm kind of just like unfolding each one and then laying them in each other like a book, kind of. Yeah. Next, we're going to be adding holes in all our pages, and trust me, this isn't too hard, so don't be scared. First, separate your pages into 2 bunches if you feel that it's too thick. You will need to do this if you're using something like an awl, and I highly recommend using an awl or something like that because it makes the job way easier. If you don't have an awl, just use a regular nail, then line up all the pages on all the sides, and put binder clips on the sides. This helps pages stay in place, and it helps when you're making the holes. One more thing before we make the holes, remove and separate 3 staples from your stapler. They should look like this. Whip out your ruler, align the ruler's long edge at the fold of all your stacked pages and the edge of your paper like this. Now we're going to mark with a pencil at these following places. Pay close attention. Mark at the 1/2 inch line, the 1 inch line, the 4 inch line, the 4.5 inch line, the 7.5 inch line, and the 8 inch line. I messed up in this clip, so later I ended up with 3 holes. Yeah, but you won't end up with 3 holes like me. Alright, my dudes, the time has finally come, and now we are going to poke holes at these little holes right here using this awl, and take note that there is something underneath it. You don't want to be banging through your table because it's just not gonna be good. So if you don't have an awl, once again, you can use like a regular nail and just like hammer it. I'm using a hammer to bang bang bada bing bada bang. Okay, right in there. Just make sure you have something under it. I have this little block of wood under it. Yeah, okay, beautiful. If you have another bunch of paper, repeat this, the same thing you just did. But I really recommend not doing it 2 pieces, even if you're not using an awl, because the pages will just end up really wonky, but like you'll see like coming up. Also, while you're poking holes, make sure to put the cover piece like on the back so it can also get poked, like the cover of your book. Moving on, this next step was probably the hardest for me, and it would have been easier if I only had one stack / bunch of paper. But anyways, what you have to do is have all your paper stacked and ready with holes in them. Then with your staple, you're going to poke each little side of it through the holes we made. We poked enough holes in our paper to let 3 staples fit through. So, from the back or cover of your journal, just poke, fiddle, and kind of thread and weave the staple through all the pages. Try to keep everything aligned. This will make it way easier. And once you see the pointy sides poking through the middle, use a hammer to press and fold the staple down as shown. You don't want to use your fingers because you won't be able to, so yeah. And just repeat this to get all the other staples in the journal as well. I also found that the middle staple was hard to get in alone, so I asked my dad for assistance. Also, I do not recommend more than 30 pages as the staple will not be long enough to go through such a thickness. Alright, so if, when you fold your journal and your pages come out too far like this, just use scissors to cut it down. As you can see, I ended up with these horrible, rugged, rough edges because I cut too many pages at a time, and I cut it too fast. So if you take your time and cut less pages at a time, you will not have a rough cut at all, and I actually ended up fixing this later, but it's not in this video. And guys, that is basically it. You are done. You can totally dress this up. Like, I added this a little elastic so that it would stay closed better, because as you can see, it wants to pop open. I recommend adding that. And I just attach the elastic by cutting little holes and then just gluing it inside like that, and then it goes around the journal just like this. But you can also add other things like decorate the front with markers, paint. You can just decorate it to your heart's content, but this is the basic, easiest journal ever. Oh yes, also here's actually my fixed pages. It is in the video. I fixed the pages and now it's like way smoother, so yes. Alright guys, that is basically it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you make it during this quarantine. Also, you can use this for bullet journaling, just anything. You can use it to make a book that you typed, like if you like writing and etc. Super easy, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, because I love talking to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Enjoy the video, watch my hair, subscribe and like the video, and most of all, share the channel. I'm eating chips, by the way.